Alien dragon rejected because it was too ugly by an alien emperor, but the human mechanic had other plans. The dragon was born with crooked wings, patchy scales, and a tail that curled the wrong way. The imperial court gasped in disgust the moment it emerged from its incubation pod. Deformity spat the Emperor of Vortex Prime, rising from his crystal throne, a disgrace to the royal bloodline. The hatchling whimpered, its molten gold eyes searching the crowd for kindness. But there was none. Dispose of it, the Emperor commanded. And just like that, the child of the royal brood, the last egg from the bloodline of star-born dragons, was tossed into the scrapyard, forgotten. But fate had other plans. Chapter 1. The Scrapyard of Lost Things. Jax Foran was a human mechanic who worked the junk heaps of Vortex Prime's industrial district. He fixed broken droids, salvaged space junk, and occasionally reprogrammed outlawed AIs for credits under the table. He didn't ask questions. He didn't make friends. Until he heard the crying. Among rusted starship hulls and cracked servo arms, he found it. A strange creature covered in soot and grease, huddled beneath a pile of plasma batteries. It looked like a dragon, if dragons had mismatched horns, a limp wing, and eyes too large for their face. "Hey!" Jax murmured, kneeling. "Where'd you come from, little guy?" The dragon flinched but didn't run. Jax extended a hand. To his surprise, it crept forward and pressed its head into his palm. Chapter 2. Ugly doesn't mean worthless. Jax brought the dragon back to his workshop, tucked behind a row of abandoned space freighters. He patched the cracked wing, cleaned the grime, and fed it nutrient paste stolen from a nearby depot. "You're a mess," Jax muttered as he adjusted the dragon's crooked leg brace. "But you're mine now." He named it Scrap. Over weeks, the creature grew, awkwardly, crookedly, but with heart. It followed Jax everywhere, its tail knocking over tools, and its snout often stuck in things it shouldn't be. But it learned, it understood, and it loved. For the first time in Jax's life, someone waited for him when he came home. Someone breathed warm air on his neck when he worked late. Chapter 3. The Royal Retrieval. It wasn't long before the Emperor learned of the mechanic harboring the abomination. A royal scout drone flew over the scrapyard and captured images. "That thing still lives?" the Emperor roared. "I gave the order." The nobles trembled. One advisor hesitated. "The people, they've seen the images, Your Grace." The human mechanic posted them to the planetary net. He called it the most loyal creature in the galaxy. The court fell silent. Even the cruelest of them knew. Stories spread faster than orders. The Emperor's reputation was at stake. "Bring it back," he growled. "By force if necessary." Chapter 4. The Escape. They came at dawn. Black-armored enforcers. Plasma rifles. Drones with stun beams. Jax heard them before he saw them. Scrap sensed them long before that. "We have to go," Jax whispered. Scrap growled, low and dangerous. "No, you can't fight them." But it was too late. The first stun bolt hit Jax in the shoulder. He dropped. Scrap screamed, unleashing a wave of heat that melted a cargo crate. The soldiers hesitated. It's mutated but strong. Scrap shielded Jax with its crooked wings, snarling with every ounce of its being. And then it flew, not gracefully, not high, but it flew, carrying Jax through the smoke, over the fence, and into the skies. The whole world saw. Chapter 5. Viral Dragon. Within hours, the footage was everywhere. An ugly dragon protecting a human with everything it had. People wept. Children painted Scrap's face on alley walls. Alien poets wrote odes to the dragon with the crooked wings who loved more fiercely than any perfect prince. Protests began across planets. If a human can see its worth, why couldn't the Emperor? Jax, still recovering, was interviewed by rebel channels. "She's not broken," he said, stroking Scrap's snout. "She's better. She was made with flaws, but those flaws let her feel. She saved me when no one else would." The public began calling her something new. Hopewing. Chapter 6. The Emperor's Mistake. Cornered by outrage, the Emperor made a fatal move. He ordered Hopewing captured and displayed, chained, as proof that even a flawed creature could be tamed under his rule. It was a mistake. The people rose. Citizens stormed the palace. Dragon sympathizers smuggled Jax and Hopewing off-world. But it was too late for the Emperor. His own royal guards turned on him. And far from the throne, in a rebel station orbiting the twin moons, Jax and Hopewing landed. The galaxy no longer needed a tyrant. It needed a symbol. Chapter 7. The Legend of the Ugly Dragon. Hopewing never looked like the others. Her horns stayed lopsided. Her wings remained bent. But she became the most beloved dragon in the galaxy. Not for her strength, but for her loyalty. For her heart. Under her banner, a new alliance of species formed. One that valued kindness over appearances. Compassion over bloodlines. And at the center of it all, a quiet human mechanic, and the dragon everyone else gave up on. Jax would often whisper when Hopewing curled beside him at night. "They tossed you in the trash, girl, but you became a treasure.